Es un honor muy grande tener a Tulku Rimponche aquí para acompañarme para presentar el libro que he escrito de Método Tagdrol. Una gran parte de este libro se lo debo a él, a sus enseñanzas, a su sabiduría, a todo su conocimiento. El Tagdrol que va dentro de este libro es este Tagdrol que fue encontrado por su padre, el gran teptón Tulku Rimponche. Y le voy a preguntar a Tulku Rimponche cómo puede ayudarnos Tagdrol, un objeto sagrado en nuestra vida normal. Recuerdo que todo método Tagdrol tiene por objetivo observar la mente y los Tagdrol, estos objetos de alta vibración luminosos, nos ayudan en esta difícil tarea que es observarnos para controlar la mente. Rimponche, how
Yes.
can Tagdrol help us in our normal life?
Okay. First, term Tagdrol means tak means touch or touches. Drol means freedom or liberation, and there are many different ways to benefit others, because an enlightened being, when someone's free of neurosis, free of all the conflicts, then you might have some gain quality that you always have from very beginning. Regarding quality, there's quality of body, quality of speech, quality of mind, and then the quality of everything, and especially the activity. So Tagdrol is one aspect of the activity, through Tagdrol. In fact, there is a liberation, 6 different ways to benefit beings. Enlightened beings has no other goal, no other activity than benefiting others through different senses. You can see things. Just through seeing it also can bring benefit, which we call Tagdrol. Tong means to seeing. Seeing it brings liberation. So this is not only Tagdrol, but also is Tagdrol. Tongwe Trolwa. Through seeing it, naturally, for example, here, you see there are very special scripts and there are diagrams. For example, it's written here, ha, ah, ha, sha, sa, ma, ha. Mama calling Samantha, also on Vajra Sato A. When you see it, just seeing it, it gives you some balances, some things which get disturbed. Why we get disturbed? We are in really, really very special moment in our time. Is very, very 20th century, 21st century. It's really speedy. There's so much imbalance, and it's not like before. Many centuries before, people are much more calm, but our centuries are very, very special, very speedy. And also, if you try to check, the emotions, neuroses are really very, very strong. So for this, we need a way that brings us balance. So through seeing, through hearing, through smelling, through thinking, just thought. So Tagdrol is through touch, but Tagdrol is through seeing it. And Tagdrol means through hearing it. For example, I pronounce this. For example, Om Ma Ni Pat Me Hung Ri. Moment I pronounce it, it clicks, it connects with the basis of our conflicts. It works together, Tagdro and Tagdro. Tagdro, just glance, having a glance, that's all. That you have contact, it clicks something. We have this disturbance from pride. You're content, and when you see you have excessive pride, and that puts us in balance. So, for example, you see Om. Om is especially to transmute this imbalance of pride. Then you have Ma. It's especially in our society that people are so jealous for small things. Even you're jealous of your most close people. Jealous. This put you mentally, physically imbalanced. So therefore, Ma would help. Just seeing it, hearing it, put in the balance. And then jealous can be transmuted into joy. As pride can be transmuted into, through seeing it, can be transmuted into like impartiality. At the same time, it will help to put into balance our stupidity. Why we are jealous? Why we are proud? There's nothing need to be proud of anything, but we are proud, then we suffer. So the stupidity also can be transmuted into the space like wisdom, and impartiality wisdom, and also like jealousy transmute into joy. When you have a joy, then jealousy will fade away. Similarly, you have ni here, ni, which is most human beings, they have so much duality. They are always uncertain. They hope, they have fear. Right away you have fear. You're always constantly in duality. This can be transmuted into state of liberation, the wisdom as well, Ma. Then you have a butter. But it's special that beings in this world, they are very much suffer from also ignorance. That can be transmuted by the syllable but. And then we have so much fear, not having enough. Even you cannot use yourself. You have so much miserliness. You can't share with anybody. You can't share. That this creates so much suffering, pain. You always want. You go around. For example, you go and do shopping, and then what problem you have? After you have no place to keep them, or you don't have money to pay them, but you too much like a want. Even when you move from one place to another, you don't know what to do. And always we have so much problem. And not only this life, in life after, especially at the time of death, you have a lot of problem because of this. You don't want to leave anything behind, but there's no choice. You have to go alone. Your consciousness has to leave, but everything you have to leave behind. Then you have so much suffering, panic. Who is going to use my things? Therefore, just through seeing the but, and especially may would help us to be able to free from these obsessions, grasping, and it can help to be free from this kind of a neurosis that we have. That hung, it's aggression, aversion. It started with the irritation. When we can't control this, then it becomes more obsessive, and aggression, the anger, and it's something that you can't handle it. So that for this hung is very important syllable. Just through seeing it or pronouncing it, it would help. So therefore, total freedom through hearing. Pronounce, or when we see, it helps to be able to balance the different elements which is within our body, elements related to the different like state of mind. It helps and to balance these different conflicts we have. Just seeing it or just hearing it, just having on your body, helps to balance the elements, and then also it helps what is imbalance in us, in our body, our organs. Each organ corresponds with the different elements. That corresponds with our, when it's imbalanced, the conflicts. Yes, I don't go in the details, but when you have some trouble in your visions and eyes, we can detect right away you have some imbalance in your liver. So how to balance this liver? And we have to really try to see the excessive desire, want. We have to reduce that, and especially related to it, and we can relate it. We relate to what we eat. We eat excessively, like a fat and all this. We have to reduce. Like especially these days, we have a lot of different animal products that we eat, dairy products we eat, but we think it's good, but in fact it's not good. Why? Because we have to feed the animals with all kind of antibiotics and things like this. Then we eat all this, and which we cannot balance. Therefore, we have excessive different imbalance results. So therefore, it's good not to have excessive like a dairy product, and go more to the plant, and which is really good for the environment as well, and also for our body, for our mind. It's so important. And similarly, we in the West, we use too much like sugar, anything that's sweet, and of course it's delicious to eat a lot of chocolate and all this, but in fact it's not good. Why it's not good? It affects imbalance in your kidney, that affects the hearing and communication, all this. Therefore, we have to be sensitive, should be very sensitive how to balance our health, also which helps us to balance our mental state, emotions. So whenever you feel a little bit jealous, you have to know that it's not only something mental, but it's also physical. The physical, there is some kind of imbalance. Therefore, we have to control our emotions. It's very important. We have to find every possible way to control transmute the imbalance of the emotions, and that helps on health level. And look how many people are sick these days, especially from cancer. It's really unfortunate. We have to really try our best, finding every possible way to detect and to transmit, to bring the balance of all this. Similarly, we have troubles through breathing. Why? Because we have so much now, not natural, but everything's getting polluted. What we breathe, the air is completely polluted. This is really unfortunate. So therefore, we have to do everything possible to reduce all the pollutions, and that's very important for our lung, and that is very important, very, very important for our mental state as well. So anything that you have imbalance in something in your nose, that you can detect to your lung, that you can detect to that because there's excessive pollutions can be affected on the mental level as well. So these are something really, really simple, but I think we have to become very conscious. And so this Tagdro, just seeing, Tagdro having on our body, whether you are, if you have on your body, naturally have some protection and balance, and it will help you whether when you're healthy, it's good to have. And then when you're sick, it's especially important. And when you're dying, especially very important. That time, we have to leave this body behind. But before that, if you could balance our mind, then it will help you after the death. You can find here the Tagdrol as well as Tagdrol from great teacher like Padmasambhava, placed for us in the 8th century for us, and then rediscovered in last century by a great teacher called Tulku Rimponche. And so it's really simple, just to have a print and also to look at it, try to relax your mind, or just to have place on your body. Definitely it will help. Just pronounce the Om Vajra Sato A. Asha Sama Ha Mama Kuling Samanta. Or Om Mani Padme Hong Shri. Simple, very simple. Just pronounce it. In this book, Method Tagdrol, and you have inside also the CD CD of the Heart Sutra. It's really essence of all ways to bring us to liberation. Then you can listen to it, or you can just also follow it. In this also you can find the essence, which is Gatte Paragate Parasangate Bodhisoa. Deata Gatte Paragate Parasangate Bodhisoa. Deata Gatte Paragate Parasangate Bodhisoa. So this indicates what are the 5 ways for us to be free, to balance, to be totally free, to realize a state of wisdom rather than duality. So you have everything in this book, Method Tagdrol. You have everything. I'm so happy you have access to this. Wonderful. Mercedes did good job. Thank you.
Last question. In the moment of the death,
Yes.
is possible use also this Tagdrol?
Definitely.
Where you can put in
you can
part of body?
Whichever the place is okay, but especially place on the level of your heart. Just place. When you place, it has to be, this should face inward. Face inward. And it's good to place when you know you can detect. Of course, accidentally, sometimes we have accidents very quick, but also in the heart. But in general, when you started to breathe very fast, you should place on the body. And also, whether you bury in the cemetery or you cremate, whatever, doesn't matter. You have to place on your heart.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was amazing.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you. Muchísimas gracias, Rinpoche. En el libro físico encontráis el CD y este Tagdrol, pero en el ebook encontráis el enlace también, con diferentes entrevistas con Rinpoche, etcétera, para tener más información.